Hello. T.S. Eliot's epic 1922 poem, The Wasteland, begins with the exclamation that April is the cruelest month. Yet the transition from December into January can leave us all feeling as if we're moving into the very most cruel month of all, in our own personal wastelands. The cold bites to the point where it feels personal. Unless we forget, the final circle of Dante's Inferno, the depths of hell, is not fire and brimstone, but a frozen tomb for the eternally damned. Bear with me, lads. However, up in the land of the living, there are already signs of the green shoots of hope. The shortest day is behind us, and just as the darkest hour is before the dawn, the ghosts of Christmas have departed and banished to the ether for another 12 months. Therefore, like Virgil leading us out of the final circle of hell, I have with me two angelic guides in the shape of Mughul's favourite son and Abigail's favourite exile, Jordan Doyle and Carl Roberts. Hello.
Wow.
Merry
Quite
Christmas.
the intro there, Matt.
We've got a lot of extra time at this time of year, haven't we, to get up to no good like that? How are we doing?
Evidently. All good. Yeah, not too bad. Bit sleep deprived, but yeah, I'm okay.
Jordan sleep deprived. I've slept too much.
Rub it in.
So perfect. Perfect really between us.
Oh, the yin to me yang. I love it. Lovely to see you, chaps. Yeah, let's jump straight into it with the important stuff. What we drinking?
Very sad. I'm very sad to report that I haven't been to Global Treats this week. Because I've not been, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather the last couple of days, so I didn't want to take too many chances with anything too experimental. So I'm just playing it safe with regular Guinness.
Okay, Carl's on the Guinness. I'm sure next podcast we'll have some Global Treats news, but until then, what we on, Jord?
It's just Corona for me. I know it's a bit simple, but I don't know.
Hey.
I went for a meal. I went for a meal last Thursday for my mum's 60th, a belated meal for my mum's 60th, and went to La Perilla on South Road.
Fantastic.
And just fancy the Corona. Thought I'm in Mexico, and I'll have a Corona. And I've had Corona for I can't remember last time. Quite refreshing. I thought.
Oh
so.
yeah,
Got a bit of a taste for it at the moment, so I've got a couple in the fridge.
Bringing the sunshine to a cold December day.
That's it.
Sans lime.
Sounds like, yeah. Well, yeah. No, it's not the season to be experimental, is it? I'm on. I'm not unorganized. I only unpacked my car from our last Shipwrecked event at the beginning of December, and I forgot, but I was gifted a few cans because Carnival Brewery did the ale that night, and I've got a can of Dreaming of Twin Ships Pale Ale Citra.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's what I'm on. So one of our many friends of the show, Carnival.
You're a friend of mine, Carnival.
Yeah. So how are we doing generally then?
All right, yeah. Looking forward to the show.
Brilliant. Well, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we normally open our show with get onto this. But given that this is the theme of this show is a bit of an end of the year review, this has got onto this. So these are 3 tracks that we've discovered this year, not necessarily released this year, but just generally tracks that have found their way into our libraries this year. So I'm going to start with a track that Carl put me onto that I've absolutely battered it to the point I'm driving my wife mad with it. It's La Di Da by Jake Thackeray, and it's just how the hell I've got to 36 without knowing this song. It's astounding.
It's one of the all-time great songs, isn't it? I remember that friends of mine in Manchester, Remo, who was in a band called The Bomber from Abergally, and Carl, who was also in The Bomber and then went on to be, he's in Grown Room currently. I remember going around to they had a flat in Whalley Range, and about 10, 15 years ago, they'd picked up a Jake Thackeray record just because they, from a local secondhand shop, just because they thought the front cover looked peculiar. And that was the first song on the record, and we played it about 20 or 30 times in a row. And it's that love you very much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just fantastic.
It just feels like a glorious love song to me.
Yeah.
My one is Scared Straight by the Long Winters. Don't really know anything about this band. This has been purely something that's come up on the algorithms have put me onto it, and one of them that when I heard it, I played it again and again.
Yeah, I don't know this at all. Do you know it, Jord?
Which one? The Long Winters one?
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Long Winters, and I've never heard of Scared Straight.
Well, there we go. So that's Carl's choice for got into this. What about yourself, Jord? What's the track you've got into this year?
Well, before that, do that Jake Thackeray song. I think I only heard it about a year ago, or definitely with either early this year or last year. And it's the first time I heard it, I thought, that's the wedding song that I should have had. I thought, that absolute belter. First time I heard it, I was like, what an absolute amazing wedding song that'd be.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, missed the boat there.
Cross my heart, I'll keep up the pale ale.
The Exploding Boy by a little known band called The Cure.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, well, I've seen this. It's like a B-sides and rarities compilation. I've never bothered with it. I've seen it around. I've seen it on Spotify and whatnot and whatever. But I've never delved that deep. I would call myself a Cure fan. I own a lot of albums, but I've never wanted to do a proper deep dive. But it just come on by. I don't know. I can't really. Maybe only about a month ago.
Okay.
It just came on Spotify after I was listening to something. And it was just the next song that came on, and I was like, "Whoa,
okay,
what is this?"
Brilliant. So we've got a personal recommendation and 2 algorithm recommendations. Brilliant. Shall we jump straight in then? So we'll start with Jake Thackeray and La Di Da.
Now we're agreed that we're in love, we'll have to face the la-di-da. The eyewash, all of the fancy pantomime, I love you very much. I'll try, love, I'll bill and coo with your gruesome Auntie Susan. I'll stay calm, I'll play it cool. I'll let your tetchy uncles get me back up across my heart. And I shan't get shirty when they say I look peculiar. I'll be nice to your mother, I'll come all over la-di-da. Although she always gets up me nose, I love you very much. And so I'll smile and I'll acquiesce when she invites me to caress her scabby cat. I'll sit still while she knits and witters cross my heart. And I shan't lay a finger on the crabby old bat face. I'll be polite to your daddy, frightfully la-di-da. Although he always bores me to my boots, I love you very much. And so I won't boo and hiss when he starts to reminisce. I won't drop off, I won't flare up. The runs he used to score and how he won the war cross my heart. But I'll have to grit me teeth when he goes on about his rupture. I'll behave at the wedding breakfast, I'll be la-di-da. So help me, hearty toasts and risky jokes, I love you very much. So help me, I'll force a laugh for the flicking photographs. So have no fear, I won't turn tail, I won't run amok when the females chuck confetti in my ears. And cross me heart, love, I'll keep off the pale ale when we're off on our own. No more la-di-bla-di-da. I promise we just won't have the time. We won't have time for such fancy pantomimes. I love you far too much.
Tell yourself we'll start again. Tell yourself it's not the end. Tell yourself it couldn't happen, not this way. Not today. Not today. Help, help. I couldn't hear a word you said. I couldn't hear it all. You talked until your tongue fell out, and then you talked some more. I knew if I turned, I'd turn away from you. And I couldn't look back. And I couldn't look back. Tell yourself we'll start again. Tell yourself it's not the end. Tell yourself it couldn't happen, not this way. Not today. Not today. Hello, hello. Not today. Hello. Not
Go ahead.
That was brilliant. That was excellent. That new one to me. That The Exploding Boy by The Cure. That's
I'll talk. What is it? You talk until your tongue fell out. Was that the?
and then
the
you
lyric
talk.
that we were all
Yeah,
nodding our heads at, going like,
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
talk until your tongue falls out your head and talk some more.
It
Yeah.
seemed like, so I mean, I've heard of, like probably, like most of the people have a passing interest in The Cure and have heard like the singles kind of thing. That sounded like quite experimental. And what I was thinking as well is that there's an artist that I have really got into in the last couple of years called Alex Cameron, and it felt like that song is basically the starting point for the entire Alex Cameron back.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that's what Alex Cameron is that.
That was excellent. The squealing saxophones and like the yelps at the end. You could almost imagine Kevin Rowland doing a great version. And that's a B-side.
It sounded quite chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
B-sides In Between Days, I believe.
Wow.
It was a great single as well.
Yeah, that's wow. Fantastic, nice one. And before that, we had Scared Straight by the aptly named The Long Winters. I was really into that.
Yeah, great lyrics. And so I was just Googling then. I think the album came out in 2003. It seems like one of them where it's like, here's something that good. I'm very surprised that I've never even heard the name mentioned before, if it's nearly 20 years old. But
where
are
they from?
I actually don't know. I don't know. America. I think you wanted me to be a bit more specific. No. But but it's one of them where I do this sometimes where I really, really love a song and then I play it to death and then actually don't listen to the rest of the album sometimes. I don't know why I've done that, but I think I'm gonna do a dive into them at some point.
Yeah. I think I'll be doing the same. The vocals are great and the keyboards. It reminds me a bit. I don't know loads by them, but a bit of Grandaddy-ish. Yeah.
Some of the keyboards and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Some of the sentiment.
Yeah. Brilliant. And I mean, of course, that before, of course, was La Di Da by Jake Thackeray, which we're all in agreement
Perfect song.
Yeah, doesn't get much better. So there we go. We can draw a line onto that one. It doesn't get much better.
Hasn't a book just come out about Jake Thackeray?
Yes. There was a reading in Liverpool Waterstones that I only found out like the evening after. So yeah, but I'm in the process of a deep dive into Mr. Thackeray. It's just everything I've heard just sounds just brilliant. And as Carl said,
Can't wait till your next lockdown session. Then. The sessions.
Yeah. But as Carl said, the end of his life just sounded. I mean, it depends how you look at it, but part of it sounded quite idyllic, didn't it?
So I seem to remember reading on Wikipedia that he just played piano in his local church or something. Is that right?
Yeah. You said he was a bit of. Well, I remember we had a discussion after a few shandies, but you said he was just a recluse playing a bit of organ in the church and going to the pub with his
I think so. Yeah, I think that was about it. Yeah, I think he came to fame on the Esther Ranson show. I can't remember what it was, but I think he was relatively famous in like I don't know when it was, like the 70s or something.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, La-Di-Da, the perfect song. So we're moving into our next round, and we're going to incorporate our smash hit game, Related Artist, which has gone down very well. We had some feedback, genuine listener feedback from the last episode of people.
Did we?
Yeah. We had 3 people who were playing along, trying to guess the related artists to Bill Ryder Jones, and I don't think anyone beat 3. So it kind of does show that it's a tricky old game. This.
Yeah, it's a real pea super, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So, how do you want to go? Do you want to tee up the next round first, or do you want to tee up related artists first?
Let's tee up related artists, and then we can tee up the next 3 tracks. And so, yeah, let's lead us into related artists.
Related artists. The Eagles, Brandy and Monica, the Out Here Brothers, Shirley Bassey, Mac DeMarco. Related artists. Carl Barat, Destiny Child. Peace. Related artists.
Okay, so related artists. So just a little quick recap of the rules.
Yep.
On Spotify, there is a section called Fans Also Like that used to be called Related Artists when the game was made up, and there are 12 artists that fans also like on Spotify, and it's all based on algorithms, and you have to get your head into the thought pattern of people that are listening to this artist. What else are they listening to? So it's not necessarily to do with a scene or whatever. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. This week, I've had a look at the answers for this, and I think this is particularly difficult, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you it. You just basically need to write down the band name, don't you? And then we'll tee up the next round of songs while you think of your 5 answers. Okay. So we're looking for 5 artists that fans also like of REM this week.
Oh God. Okay.
And while you were thinking about that, then our next round of songs is a song from our albums of the year, albums of 2022, and we have a little caveat to. So this round and next round, we've got our albums of the year and our singles of the year, haven't we, for the next 2
Yeah,
rounds?
that's right. Yeah.
But a little caveat is we decided to put a ban on anything that we are related to. So basically there's no shipbuilders, there's no Guinness, there's no Bad Sea, and then we've extended it to there being just no May 68 bands whatsoever.
Yeah, there is a for Patreon subscribers, there is an episode up on the player now, where we do cover 2022 from a purely Club Shipwreck point of view, if everyone wants their fill of all things Shipwrecked. But yeah, for this show, we're casting on further afield.
But yeah, because a lot of those records will have their own thing, aren't they? So we're
absolutely
going to do a Guinness one, aren't we? And yeah.
So
with that, Matty, do you want to talk about your record?
In any other year that Sea Power and Half Man Half Biscuit release an album, they'd kind of by proxy be my number 1 and 2. But this year, it was a fantastic year for music. I really kind of struggled with this. There were brilliant albums from the Oriel's new album is exceptional. Jockstrap Terrible Name, but fantastic album. That's brilliant. Bill Callahan. But for this, I'm opting for Black Country New Roads, second album, Ant from Up There. I was a huge fan of the first album, but this second album just got into the stratosphere. It's just a masterpiece. It's a cohesive body of work that are, themes weaving in and out of the songs, and it's such a shame. I understand that Isaac, the lead singer, left the band days before this album came out due to kind of mental health difficulties. But this kind of stands as a if this is the last thing he's, hopefully it's not. But if this is his legacy, then my God, he's gone out on a high. So I'm picking Concord, which was I think the second single from the album. But it is one of those albums I could pick any track off it. I've raved on to everyone all year. You've got to get onto this album. So it's Concord from Ants Up There by Black Country New Road.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. I thought that there was some kind of lineup change, but I didn't realise that he'd contributed or written the album, because we saw them this year in Primavera and they played still.
That's right. Yeah. But they've decided, bravely decided to carry on under the name Black Country Road, but they've cut ties with anything. So they're not playing any old stuff. So it's all, essentially, they're a new band. But
so it's not really been touring this album this year?
This album was never toured. No, yeah, right, absolutely. Because I had tickets to see them a month or two after this came out, but obviously they cancelled the tour because of everything. And so it's just one of those artifacts that will, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's a masterpiece. So that's me. And then Carl, again, this is why I love doing this show. This is brand new to me as well. Who's this?
Yeah, so these were new to me this year as well. So this is a band called Friendship. The album is called Love the Stranger. And the song that I'm going to play is called Hank. Now, I found out about this album because in the last couple of years, I've got into a band called Second Grade from Philadelphia. And one of the guys, I think it's the singer from Second Grade, is in this band as like a guitar player. So it's just purely through liking one band, seeing them tweet about their involvement in this album. The album's really great, very, very strong notes of like Songs Ohio, Magnolia Electric Company, that kind of thing. But this song I like in particular because it contains my favorite lyric of 2022 as well, which is what an ugly thought I was just thinking. So that was my choice. So Jord?
So I think going back to what you were saying before about kind of leaving out our albums that have, like Gintis and Shipbuild and stuff like that, and just trying to keep this separate. So that did put a spanner in the works for me, genuinely.
Oh, Judd.
But so I thought I picked something. The reason I picked this is because I've never really, I don't mind this artist, but I've never really gotten into them like properly. Yeah. Never really took them on. I own an album or two, I think, but never really like fully understood what. I think it's a London thing, if I'm honest. But his new album, so it's Jamie T.
Right.
Is it called The Theory of Whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't had an album for about 6 years or something stupid like that. So I just thought I'll give it a go on the train home from work. Just everyone else is going on about it. I just thought I'll get up. What better place on the train home? I'll just blitz through it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like, I don't know, this particular song, 90s Cars, it sounds like it's nostalgic, it's a bit melancholic. It sounds like really good mid-noughties indie, not indie landfill.
Yeah.
Really it is indie landfill. It's top tier indie landfill.
Oh, okay. So we're talking peak Jordan Doyle here, aren't we then?
Blazers and ties. Possibly, yeah.
Brilliant. So this, let's
for the listener, we should explain that Jordan's currently wearing a Beefeater uniform.
Well, it's that or the onesie. But yeah, so 90s Cars by Jamie T. It's the first song on the album. I think there's 11 songs on the album. I'd say 8 of them are absolutely brilliant. Like, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
Excellent. So we'll start with Concord by Black Country on the Road while me and George scratch our heads and think of 5 related artists to REM.
It's a tough one, this, to be honest with you, I must say.
Sandman inside. that isn't busted yet is wearing down every time you use it. What an ugly thought. I was thinking, gripped by a fear of no discernible beginning. Hammering down, but I've been getting through. Strong arm and light, my bonehead tried and true. No fixing it for good. There could be just enough. It's running today, and maybe that's long enough. What an ugly thought. I was thinking, both of us showing zero signs of relenting. I'm usually lost, and I got precious little finesse, but I'm still the boss. I'm still tougher than the rest.
Live between the corners of my sheets. In a settling score, I sell floats and flippers. Got too many shores and high tides coming up the street. Drink too much when I'm trying to get to sleep. Same time I saw you, same time that I knew. Tread water like a mortar in the company I keep. I came with a ton, 50 on a one. Still writing letters to the families of the deceased. I think too much when I'm trying to get to sleep. Same time I saw you, same time that I knew. Set me on alive, let me let her drain my blood. Sell by dates in 90s cars. I first saw you, it was at a party. Thought you wasn't cool. I'm so floating. 90s cars. Like an animal, instinctively I creep. I'm the last of the bastards, fast. I've had to be nice to and save a seat. They talk to me the same way that they talk to police, with an air of distaste, the bella hate. Welcome to the working week. And I don't mind, you know I keep it on to keep. And in a room full of doors, I blow smoke in mirrors. When keys don't unlock, they bump you off your feet. There ain't no time like the present to leave. The same time I saw you, same time they fade from my view. So set me on alive, let me drink her blood. Let me live in pubs, let her fuck me up. Sell by dates in 90s cars. I first saw you. It was at a party. Thought you wasn't cool. I'm so floating. I saw. Wasting crazy, making love. Sell by dates in 90s cars. Smashed out windows, broken glass. Eggshells walk on shattered hearts. Making the killing to make this last. Blood cells pump with cartridge. First time I saw you in dark. First time they fade from my view. I first saw you. You had on blue jeans. Your eyes couldn't hide anything. So I dates in 90s cars. Oh, I want you. Oh, I want you. I saw you. Leaving.
There we are.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So that was 3 tracks from our album, our respective albums of the year. So let's go in reverse order to that Jamie T track. I really like that. I've dipped in and out of Jamie T, but everything I hear about him, I like him more and more. He's odd enough, and there's so much going on in his songs. He kind of escapes all that indie landfill, you know, especially
Yeah,
back
definitely. Yeah.
when he first
Yeah.
came out. I think he got lumped in with people who were just kind of indie by numbers. I'll sing with a Cockney accent and I'll sing about Camden and all that. But he avoids all that because there's so much. Oh, I was there, mate. I fought the battles. But he kind of, there's always something different, isn't like an edge, or there's.
Yeah, he's definitely separate to the crowd. Like, and
Yeah.
I think no matter how much like sort of XFM and Raw Radio X sort of try their best to keep him in that cubbyhole, he's always slightly separate. He always pulls something out the bag a little bit that's just totally off. Even his popular song when he first came out were just a little bit like left field. He's got there's a B-side. I think it's off his second album. It's off Sticks and Stones. And B-side called St. Christopher. And the only time I seen him at Leeds Festival, Leeds Festival 2007, 8, I think it was. I wasn't planning on watching him, and we're just passing the tent. I think obviously headlining the enemy tent, and it was just him with a spotlight on. It was the first song of the set, spotlight on him, and it's just him and a little acoustic guitar. It's called St. Christopher.
Right. Okay.
And I'll send you it after this.
Yeah. Too.
Absolutely amazing.
Nice one. I'm going to get into that album.
Put me onto it. Yeah, it's so good, honestly.
It got great reviews. Well,
Jamie Tango.
I'm going to get into that album. It got great reviews, and I think it went to number 1. And then before that, we were talking during the track, and wish them well. But Friendship is a terrible band name, isn't it?
We were just saying.
It is.
Great band, great album. I'm not hugely keen on the name. Forgive them, given that they've got so many great songs. So
it was great. It was a bit.
I really love the name of that song. Just Hank. That's a pretty good name for a song. You know, it would be better if they were called Hank themselves.
Hank is a well better name.
I was hearing bits of Modest Mouse in there, and then that change at the end, like the last minute, where it just out of nowhere goes into this weird, I don't know, meltdown. It was great.
There's a real smorgasbord of stuff on that album, and that's it takes you all over the place, which is really great. Like I said before, like really, there's a lot of Songs Ohio, Magnolia Electric Company style stuff in there. I think, Jordan, did you say that you heard like Eddie Vedder in his vocal?
In his vocal, Eddie Vedder's solo more than anything. I know that sounds stupid, being that it's just his voice, but it was just he's a bit different on it.
No, it makes sense. It makes
both
sense.
Solos are a bit different. He just sound like him,
Great, and like I said before, just that lyric, What an Ugly Thought that I was just thinking. I think is a brilliant lyric.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so that was Friendship, and then kicking off this round was Concord by Black Country New Road. Yeah, it's an album you press play and just absorb yourself into that album. I just love it, and that's Concord. What was it? Concord. I miss you. Don't text me till winter. I can hardly afford another summer of splinters. Freaking hell! I wish I'd written that, man.
That's great. Yeah,
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and I will definitely be listening to that album. Yeah.
So it's hand back over to you, Carl. Time. Yeah.
So the band that we have to guess the related artists to this week are REM. I think last time we played this that Jordan went first, so I'm going to start with you this week, Matty.
Next one.
So have you got 5 written down?
Yeah, I struggled this because they're almost like a band of two halves, like because they went massive, didn't they? So I was thinking, right, do you go for like the people who like Everybody Hurts and Shiny Happy People, or do you go for the cool indie kids who were into them with Radio Free Europe? So
well, exactly. So it's like this is what I always find strange about this game is that, you know, for example, if you were to pick Mudhoney, then all of the bands would be sub-pop Seattle bands.
Yeah.
But if you pick Nirvana, and suddenly you've got like Queen in there.
Yes, exactly.
Beatles, because they're so big.
Yeah.
So when you get like a really, really big artist like REM, it's really hard to get, because it's like, well, do I mine this Athens, Georgia thing that they're involved with?
Absolutely.
Right. Who are big unit shifters? So
well, that's it. You're either on like a C86 trip or a Top Gear dad's.
I think with the related artists, though, I think you've got to. And I wish I'd sort of listened to myself talk anyway. I think top 5 on the playlist most played. That's where this all comes from.
Okay.
Every band.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad shout.
It will all be the mainstream songs you would imagine.
So I went. Funny you should say, because
give us your first one.
I was thinking the exact same, and you've mentioned them already. I was thinking Nirvana, just for like are you that big? Are you in the same? So I went for Nirvana.
So I can tell you that Nirvana are not in there.
Okay. And then I think the rest I went for more sound likes ish. I went Smashing Pumpkins.
No,
you okay?
No.
I'll level with you. I wouldn't have got any of these.
Oh Christ! Okay. I just went for the Smiths just for the indie vibe.
That's not bad. I would have probably guessed that myself, but it's not in there.
Okay. Just for a connection, I went for B-52s because the Shiny Happy People.
Nope.
No, okay, Christ. I mean, last one was the Replacements.
And completely understand why you've gone for replacements, but they're not there either.
I'm drawing a blank.
I just want to state at this point that if you both draw on 0-0 and don't have a tiebreaker,
okay, we can roll.
It could be set lists of Catan. Yeah. Okay. Right. Jord.
So 3 of that you've just said, I've said.
Oh, so, which ones are they?
So I got Nirvana, B-52s, the Smiths.
Yeah. Okay, so nice. So there's 2 of them.
There was then I seen a documentary about REM, and this guy was talking about them a lot. They used to talk together at the beginning. Who's the band that Henry Rollins is the singer for?
Black Flag.
Black Flag. So I picked Black Flag as a bit of an outsider.
Or the Rollins band, but you want to go
Black Flag, I imagine.
They're not in there. Neither of the Rollins band, so no.
Okay. Just for the sort of era. I don't know.
I think that's the closest.
I don't think I meant Aha, but I got Aha.
I think that is the closest that we've got to the list, but I can tell you that is also wrong. So, so you both got 0 on that. But I have to say, like, I think this was an impossible.
Who are the related artists?
One. So Lenny Kravitz.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I know that I don't think I would have got any of these. So Lenny Kravitz, The Police, In Excess, U2. You can see.
Okay.
U2.
You didn't, mate.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't. You said B-52s. You said
B-52.
B-50.
And then U2 at the end. I've written it down.
You said you were. That's 6.
You had 6 there.
But they were the first to go. I went.
You haven't got U2 written down either.
I have at the top.
He has at the top, but he
At
didn't
the
say
top,
it. He didn't say it.
Do you know what? Yeah, I wasn't sure about U2.
Oh.
And then I
And now
forgot
you
that I
are.
said 5.
U2, The Cure are in there. Duran Duran, The Cranberries, The Verve, Patti Smith, Simple Minds, The Pretenders, and Tears for Fears. So
Heavens above.
Quite 80s.
Who's
Quite 80s
listening
there.
to REM? Jesus.
Heavens above. That is do you know
Your
what?
dad's listening to REM by the sound of it.
No, this game it's the game that keeps on giving. This is wow. Well, there we go.
What I should have done is not run you through the board and just had REM next show and see if you could guess the number 5 if you could have got them.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just chalk this off as a draw, and we'll fight another battle another day, because Carl, our resident games master, you've got another game for us, haven't you?
Yeah, but we're going to do that after the next round, I think.
We absolutely are. Good spot. Good spot. So, moving very swiftly on, seamlessly.
Where's producer Dave when you need him?
So, moving swiftly on. So, this is our song of the year, which isn't necessarily linked to the album of the year or one thing or another. And I'm going to go first because me and Jordan actually had the same song of the year. So, it was quite a nice... quite a nice predicament, because when he sent over the track list, I thought, oh, well, I can't have that. So, we'll talk when George picks his. So mine is Battle Dress by Rachel Jean Harris. She's brilliant. She's been going for a number of years, got a number of albums out. She's a local artist, and this song came out. It was right at the start of the year, and I do remember thinking, this is probably going to be my song of the year. It's really left field. Kate Bush is a bit of a reference point, but I'm conscious that's lazy. It's it's experimental, but it's pop, and then it goes mental at the end. And she's brilliant, and the song is brilliant. So it was a one-off single called Battle Dress. So that's my pick. And then next we have another interesting band name.
So mine is IRL by Penis. So they've been around for a while, actually, but I think that they released their first album this year, and I certainly have only started to pay real attention to them this year because of I was listening to Adam Walton on Radio Wales, and he played this single they released earlier in the year. And I was just like, what is this? I was just like, wow, this is so good. And then I just hammered it. I think the album's really, really great as well. It could have been the album of the year, but I think that this song was so strong that I had to have it as my song of the year. And I couldn't have my song of the year and album of the year. So I just thought they had to have one or the other. I just think it's so fantastically well-written pop music that when I've listened to this song so many times this year, and just it's impossible to get sick of. It's so well written. It's just instantly catchy, but never not sickly. So sometimes you get instant catchy stuff that you can, if you hammer it, and I'm guilty of this all the time, hammer it, and then I'm kind of like, oh, I can't listen to that.
Sick of it, yeah. But, great.
I've hammered this, and it's just. It gets better every listen. It's just such a well-written song. So that's my choice.
Oh, great. Yeah. I don't know this. I know P&S, the Shipbuilders. I played with them once or twice, but I don't know that one. So, nice one. And then, George, we've actually got the same track of the year, so I'll let you talk about this one.
Oh, I don't think I could do it justice as much as you could, but I was quite wet behind the ears with Sea Power, formerly British Sea Power. I think you made me a playlist before or during lockdown. As a bit of a best of to get me into them, which worked, to say the least. I think it was one of the first ones they released at the beginning of the year, wasn't it? For the album. The album came out really early as well. I think it was January, wasn't it? I thought at the time they were releasing too many songs off the album before the album, and I was like, I hate it when they do this, because you get bored of everything half the album before it's come out. But this has just stuck from day one. From the first time I heard it till probably the millionth time I heard it this week.
And what is it? What's the track?
It's Folly.
Oh, brilliant! Oh,
great name for the great song name as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Great song.
I don't, like I say, they're your favorite band, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. I know why this is a good song. People who hear it know why it's a good song. You know why it's a good song, but I couldn't express how good it is and what's good about it better than you could. So I'll let you do it, seeing that you did technically pick it as well.
I don't want to steal your thunder, but it's beautiful. It's melancholic and uplifting at the same time. It's euphoric. It's chest thumping. The lyrics are fantastic. I remember me and you, Jordan, our mate Tom, went to see Sea Power in the Cavern the week the album came out, and he played this, and the song is about kind of everything kind of going to hell, but do you even care? And it was, I don't know, it was the day Russia invaded Ukraine, and it just felt very pertinent. And if it makes you feel any better, the creeps are all gonna cook. We're all stuck on this one weird rock or a wheel. Fucked it. It just felt very pertinent, and I got quite emotional during that gig. Let's just play the tracks. I can't wait to hear them for you. These are all brilliant tracks. These.
Right, here we go.
Never
Have a bit of that.
There we go. The greatest band of my lifetime, your lifetime, anybody else's lifetime. That is Sea Power with Folly. And I'm getting emotional even just thinking about that song. Lads, what do we reckon?
I felt quite emotional listening to it, to be honest with you. I know that you guys are huge fans of them, and I've never listened to them before, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really love that. And I totally get the emotional thing, and I imagine that hearing it. Where did you say you watched it in the cavern?
Is the cavern the back room of the cavern? Yeah,
yeah, but that was.
I couldn't believe that. To be honest with you, I was surprised that they were doing the cavern. It's rammed.
It was rammed when it was. It seems to be a thing. Because that album went midweek. That album was number one because
it was.
if you play a gig during that week and you sell a ticket where you can get an album, it counts as a sale that week, if you know what I mean.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So they did a number of they did a number of like smallish gigs, but I don't think there was anywhere small enough in Liverpool, so they did the Cavern. And as George was saying, but just to add to the emotional, it was as we were waiting for them to come on, news filtered through that Mark Lanigan had died, which just added a bit of a vibe to the night. But as I say, it was the day. I think it was the day Russia invaded Ukraine, and that song is about like the end is here, and everything was forever until it was no more, and it just. Oh, I think it's the greatest band in the world.
If that's the last song you hear before it all burns, then
I'll have it. Yeah. But I've got to stop now because I will spend the rest of the podcast talking about Sea Power. So, P-Ness.
I suspect a future show coming up.
So P-Ness IRL. I did not expect that because when the Shipbuilders played them a few years ago, it wasn't as, and I mean this in a good way, it wasn't as poppy. That was really quite poppy, wasn't it?
Absolutely fantastic songwriting, and the whole album is just wall-to-wall bangers. Great band. Absolutely great band. Yeah.
They've got an album up this year.
Yeah, so this album, World Full of Worry, I think they self-released it, and I think it went top 40.
Great, well in.
Fair dues to them.
Yeah.
I get the impression that they've just like grafted and just been very, very fucking good at what they do, you know.
Yeah.
And that song in particular for me is just like out of this world.
Yeah, I really didn't expect that sound from them, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. That. And then prior to that was Battle Dress, Rachel Jean Harris. Just something else jumps out at you every like second bar. It seems that, and I've seen her play a few times, and I think her husband Jamie plays on a fretless bass, and adds another, but it adds another dimension to it. And I think that song is so unorthodox, but so you know.
Yeah, it's like, how do you even write a song like that?
Yeah. Where'd you start with that? And then that wig out at the end. I absolutely love Rachel Jean Harris.
We had Jordan doing air keyboards at the end of that song.
Oh yeah, it ended, so it was class.
Yeah.
So you think she's local?
Yeah. She was she's in Steve Pilgrim's band as well, so there is a Shipwreck connection because she played Our All Day in 2021, but that was just a standalone single. She's got a few albums out and they're all great, but that is another level. So so we're coming into our last round, and Carl, as I meant to say, Carl, our quiz master, has got a new regular feature.
So a new regular feature. No theme tune for this one though. But this was also developed in the House of Trouser that Sam and I used to live together in. Basically, what it is, it's very, very simple. Setlists FM on your friend of mine, the internet. Has all set lists of all kinds of bands and all kinds of gigs. So basically the game is I pick a gig and you two bid between you how many songs so I tell you what the gig was, what the band was, what the date was of the gig, and how many songs that they played that night. And then you basically say how many you think you could name. So for example, if I asked Matty first and he said 6 songs, Jordan then has the choice of letting Matty play and try and get those 6 songs, or going 7.
Brilliant.
Nice, okay. Yeah.
So, but if you get one wrong, if you play and you get one wrong, then the point goes to the other person. So I've got 3 rounds of this setup. And because I started with Matty on the related artists game, I think I'm going to start with Jordan on set lists of Catan. So Jordan to have the first choice. So basically you have the first bid on how many songs you think that you can name.
Bid. Okay. When you were outlining it and you said, and you two bid, the bird had such a emphasis. I thought you were going to say, and you two bitches have got to.
You two bitches have got to get on. Yeah, okay. So I can tell you that the set list that I've got up is Oasis at Nebworth
Oh, this is Jordan to it.
August the 11th, 1996. And I can
Okay.
tell you that 20 songs were played that night. So, Jordan, how many of that set do you think that you can name?
15.
Wow. Wow.
I reckon. I wouldn't want to say the whole 20. I think I definitely
he's going.
I reckon 15.
You're going big early.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are you going to go for 16, Matty? Which, may I say, would be insane.
I'm gonna play.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna go.
So you're going to go for 16, yeah? Okay.
I'm going 17.
But why? You get the point anyway if you go 16.
I'm going 16.
Unless maybe I give it back and say, is there an advancement? Do you think I do that? Or no, that's the point of having your first bid has got to be So you're going for 17? Like a madman?
Yeah.
For no reason. Okay, you're gonna go for 16, yeah?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Okay. Go for it then.
Right, of course, yeah. No, actually, am I naming them because I've gone the higher bidder?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But how do you know that I know the songs?
You're not playing.
Oh, right.
Playing.
Oh,
if he gets one wrong, you get the point. And then Matty gets to bid on the next gig.
George, I do feel like I've stuck. This is your question. I shouldn't have jumped in.
It's okay. That's the name of the game, mate.
Right.
No, the name of the game is Set Lists of Catan.
Which comes from an obscure board game, doesn't it?
It's Christmas.
Right. I have massively
tactical.
Right. The adrenaline has just wore off, and now I'm going, what have I done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I thought 15 was high, but he obviously was really confident, wanted to put you off. And you've done what nobody expected. And okay, go on.
Right. So if I get one wrong, am I instantly out?
You've lost. Yeah.
So if I name a song that he didn't play, I'm straight out.
You've lost, and Jordan gets the point. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna go Rock and Roll Star.
You've lost.
Yeah, you've lost. So that's not round over. I can tell you that I played this game on Christmas Eve with Jules, my brother-in-law, and he named about 8 and then said Rock and Roll Star, and I texted him the next day just going, I can't believe they didn't play Rock and Roll Star, and it's the first one that you've said, but yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what?
Crazy. But it sounds, if you knew that they didn't play that, Jordan, it sounds like you might actually know the entire set list here.
I could probably give it a go, but do you know what?
Do you want to have a run through anyway?
Matt, I was going to say, to help you out, I'll be like, Rock and Roll Star didn't get played, because I had a feeling you were going to say it straight away.
Because it's obvious that they should have opened with
the first track, yeah. I got cocky because I was thinking, right, I know they played My Big Mouth, and that wasn't even released then.
They did play that, yeah. Anyway, go on.
But I lost. Yeah, go on, George.
Columbia.
Yeah, number 1. Hello's in there, yeah.
Supersonic.
Yeah.
Acquiesce.
Yeah. So you've got the first 4 there. Not necessarily in order, but you have got the first 4 songs out, your first 4 guesses there, yeah.
Cigarettes and Alcohol.
Yeah.
My Big Mouth.
Yeah.
It's Getting Better, Man.
Yeah.
Don't Look Back in Anger.
Yeah.
Wonderwall. Have I said Wonderwall?
No.
Wonderwall's in there. Yeah.
Champagne Supernova.
Yeah.
I Am the Walrus.
Yeah.
Live Forever.
Yeah.
Go for the full 20, George.
Morning Glory.
Yeah.
Cast No Shadow. They definitely play Cast No Shadow.
Yeah.
Some Might Say.
Yeah. That's 15. So that's the 15 that you
go on. Go for the 20. Go on, George. Yeah. Go on.
Roll with it. Yeah.
Roll with it.
Go on.
Yeah.
Slide Away.
Yes.
Go on.
So, dude, that's 2 albums out. So
B-side, any B-sides?
So I think there's 4 to get, isn't there? I can't remember which ones
4
we
to
haven't
get.
got here, but
Let me think. It's got to be some B-sides on there.
Step Out.
No,
No
I don't
helping.
think I did Step Out. I'm just trying to. I don't want to leave too much silence on the pod while I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think of what's B-side they might have done. Did I say the Master Plan?
I'm not sure if you had the master plan, but it is.
He
in there.
didn't. He didn't. No, he's got another one. Come on, Jord.
Yeah, so that's
Go on.
17.
The internet is behind you.
I'm gonna say another one off. Gotta be another. Whatever.
Absolutely superb, mate. Yeah, whatever.
Come on.
I don't
How many
even
have we
know
got left?
I don't 2, but I don't know
2
which
left.
ones they are now. So
I
mean, I think I've done everything that they've done on.
Bow Out on 18, mate. That is exceptional.
I'll take a chance and say. I think this is where I'm going to die now. I think I'm going to say.
Come on.
Shaker Maker. It's not on there, is it?
there's no shaker maker.
Oh, mate.
But so I think you've got.
Wow.
I can't think of which ones you haven't got. So you said Columbia, you said Acquiesce, you said Supersonic, you said Hello. You said some might say. Did you say Roll With It?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You said Slide Away. Did you say Morning Glory?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Round Our Way.
No, there you go.
That's what I was thinking of when I said I've done the B-side.
Cigarettes and Alcohol. Did you get that one?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
Whatever you got, Castle of Shadow, you got Wonderwall, you got Master Plan, you got Don't Look Back in Anger, you got My Big Mouth. Did you say that one?
He did. Yeah.
It's Getting Better, Man. You said that one.
Yeah.
Live Forever. Did you say that one?
Yep.
Do you know what I did? Did you
Jumping
say
Supernova and I'm a Walrus. So is it just?
you didn't say Live Forever, George?
I just didn't get Round Our Way. I definitely said Live Forever. We can listen back.
Right.
Definitely.
Do you know what, George?
Well,
I mean,
fair
wow.
play, mate.
The tragedy is because I was such a. Oh no, you do get the point, don't you, George?
Yeah, he gets the point.
Oh, there we go.
So round 2 is so Matty, you get to bid first on this one.
I've never felt so alive.
Queen live in Rio, which I couldn't find on Setlist of them, but I got up anyway. So I think, I know that the film of Queen live at Rio came out in 1985.
Okay, all right. I'm not a Queen aficionado.
Oh, and I can tell you that there's 16 songs.
Okay.
Not a lot, really, is it?
Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to play it safe. I'm feeling very sheepish here, lads. I'm gonna go 4. And I don't even know what 4 I'm gonna pick.
4.
He's a man of extremes, this guy, isn't he? I could get 17 at Nebworth, but I'm going for 2 at Live at Rio.
I'm going 4.
4, Jord.
So
get this and you win the game.
So name 5 Queen songs.
5 to play, and then okay, go.
Another One Bites the Dust.
How many are you picking?
Well, he's going for 5.
Are you going for right? Go on, Jord.
Another One Bites the Dust. Is that on there? No. Do. Surely it's on there.
I'm checking it twice because I can't believe it's not on there myself. It's not on the list that I've got.
Okay.
So can you get 4? You get the point anyway, but
right. I'll go for. We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did they do Bohemian Rhapsody? That's a mad one. Yeah, did it? Okay. Radio Gaga.
Do that. Probably did it twice.
Yeah, they've got Radio Gaga. Yeah.
I Want to Break Free.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. But
so there you go. So the set list was Time of the Down, 7 Seas of Rye, Keep Yourself Alive, Liar, It's a Hard Life, Now I'm Here, Is This the World We Created, Love of My Life, Brighton Rock, Hammer to Fall, which is a hammer, Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga, I Want to Break Free, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions of God Save the Queen. So
That's a tough one.
pegging.
That's a great tactic in ending on like eight bangers.
8 bangers, yeah.
I didn't know half the songs at the beginning, and then they just went with the hits to finish.
Yeah.
Superb. Well done, boys.
Well done, boys. Now this one for the win. So who gets the first choice in this one? Is it Jordan?
Be me. No, it'd be Matthew.
Okay.
No, be Jord. It's Jord.
Yeah, it's your bid. So this is 25th of June, 2022.
Oh.
Paul McCartney at Glastonbury.
Oh.
He played 38 songs. How high are you going to go?
I didn't watch it, to be honest with you. Well, I watched some of it. I watched about half of it.
Oh my God, this is.
It's real heart and mouth stuff, isn't it?
It is.
I'll go 10.
10, so it's 11 to play, Matty.
Oh, I'm gonna go 11.
I'm gonna go 11. Of course, he is.
He's Hey Jude, let's just get that out the way.
I'm almost certain that he played that at the end, didn't he?
What's that?
Yeah. Hey Jude's in there, yeah.
Right, he played Blackbird.
How many have you gone for? 11, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not going to go 37 this time. I've learnt my lesson. Got my fingers burnt at Nebworth, lad. Right. So, Hey Jude, Blackbird. He played here.
Right, hang on. It's going to give me a while. It's going to take a while to search for all these. Right,
to scroll through that.
Blackbird's in there, yeah.
I think he played Here Today.
Yeah.
I think he got up on the crane or something.
He played Here Today directly after Blackbird, yeah.
Okay. He played 1985.
Oh, what a banger.
I mean, that is an absolute banger.
Yes, he did, yeah. Yeah. 4.
Okay. Right. God, I'm walking a tightrope here. He played, oh God. He went left field. Did he play for the benefit of Mr. Kite?
I'm sure I've just seen that. He did, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Right. Calm it down, Matty. Come on. This is tense, man. One slip and it's all over, isn't it? Right. Okay. Oh God. Surely he played Let It Be.
He did, yeah. So that's 6.
Live and Let Die.
Directly after Let It Be, Live and Let Die, yeah. Okay. 7. 4 more for the win.
Did he? Oh. Every time I've seen him a handful of times, and every time he's played something on the ukulele.
He's played something on the ukulele, yeah.
Okay.
So was that 8? Yeah.
God. Oh man. Oh, this is so tense, man. This is horrible. Right. I mean, if you wrote Yesterday, you'd play at Glastonbury. Did he play Yesterday?
Just for the listener, I want to tell the listener how wide your eyes are. Going like, oh shit! It looks like he's staring into the abyss here. Sorry, what were you saying there?
Surely, if you wrote Yesterday, you'd play Yesterday.
I don't think he did.
Oh God! Oh Macha, please. I was going to go the Quarrymen. I was going to go obscure, but I thought surely if you wrote Yesterday.
I don't think he played Yesterday. You know, I might be wrong. But I'm sure I've had this conversation.
Quite hard to double check when there's nearly 40. I've checked it twice. There's no Yesterday in there.
There's no Yesterday. There's no tomorrow for me. See you later.
Jordan, you are the winner. Congratulations.
Wow. That game is... God, that is tense.
It's a good game, that, though.
You don't get the same amount of thinking time with that one, do you?
Woo. I just do Oasis set list through the ages every week.
Through the ages.
So you write Yesterday and you don't play it at Glastonbury because you've got 38 better songs. You're a better man than me, Macha.
I mean, you'd argue that there weren't 38 better songs in there, but yeah.
Imagine the Builders didn't play The Moon. Like, Gintis didn't play Now I Know. You know.
Well, there we go. That Carl, that was That was a thrill. That was a ride. And with this being an end of year special, we've done it. We've really kind of gone hell for leather here. So we're going to move into our last song round. Wildcard, baby. And this is just generally no theme. And yeah, just any song for any reason. And mine is California Earthquake by Cass Elliot, just because it's one of the greatest songs ever written. So that's me.
I've never heard of Cass Elliot. What's that?
Mama Cass from the Mamas and Papas.
Okay, yeah. Superb. Mine is Thrown Like a Stone by Murray the Hump, who I've just been hammering all week. So Murray the Hump
That's a great name.
It's such a great name. I think they released one album, and they were around the time when I was like 15, 16, listening to the evening session on the radio, Radio 1. I remember Thrown Like a Stone. Sorry, Murray the Hump were like a band that I remember hearing.
Right, then, I don't know them.
And then after that album, they changed the name. I don't know if it was like a slight lineup change, but I'm sure a couple of them were the same, and they became the Keys.
Cardiff band.
Cardiff, yeah.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah. Played with them years ago.
We also played with them. Guinness played with them in 2004 in Cardiff.
Yeah.
When they were playing that first Keys album, which is absolutely superb. And it was just one of them ones where it was just like, out of nowhere, the name Murray the Hump just came to me. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I listened to it. It's like, it's absolutely brilliant. And what a great name and what a great band.
Brilliant.
The Keys are still going now. I saw them in.
Are they? Oh, brilliant! Great
year. Absolutely superb. Boy Azuga plays drums for them now.
Oh, great! That's the Keys. Brilliant.
Great.
Yeah, band. And then George, bit of a timely one.
Yeah, a bit of a timely one. That's the reason I've picked it. Really, it's "Get Duffy" by Primal Scream. It's 25 years since since this album came out, and there was a big piece on it in the Quietus in the summer, I think it was, which was really good. So I was listening to Vanishing Point by Primal Scream for a good week every day, and then obviously in the last 10 days or so we had that day where we lost Terry Hall, then Martin Duffy, hence Get Duffy, and then Tempo from Shaft. But I mean, obviously it was really sad to lose Terry Hall, and I know he meant a lot to a lot of people, but like the specials were really a big thing for myself. But the Martin Duffy one was a big one, because I do like my Primal Scream, and just because I had listened to this album quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it was like, as soon as I heard the news, first song I threw on was Get Duffy, which is quality.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a nice one to end on. So just before we end, just do the usual spiel. Nice one to the lads for joining us. This is, of course, a free Radio Shipwrecked episode, but we've got the 6 episodes at the moment, and there's plenty more recorded and planned for our Patreon subscription service. Which is basically a subscription service which gives you access to loads more shows, a bit like this. And come the new year, there's going to be lots of shows, live shows and events that Patreon subscribers get early access and or free tickets to. So the first one we've got coming up on March the 3rd, the Friday, is the Shipbuilders. We're going to be doing an acoustic session in Prohibition Studios, followed by a Q&A hosted by my friend and yours, Carl Roberts, which is going to be free entry for all Patreon subscribers, or tickets at £10 or £12 if you want to get a recording of the night, because that is also going to happen. And naturally, Patreon subscribers will get a free recording of the whole night. We've got support from our mate Anna Jane Horton and spoken word from Sally Porter. And then we've got, I don't want to spill too much, but we've got some more absolutely fantastic events like that coming up that Patreon subscribers will get free access to, in addition to a bunch of merch that we've been told is coming in the post for about 3 months. But you're going to get a load of goodies and a load more radio shows, loads of video stuff. So head to patreon.com/Club Shipwrecked. Jordan is signaling he's got to go. So George, see you later, mate.
Bye guys, I've loved it. Can't wait to do it again. See you soon. Happy New Year.
Cheers, mate. And yeah, until next time, diddly-yay.